In today's video, I'm going to break down 12 of the strongest charts on the market right now so we can position early and catch the next 1000x, maybe even 10,000x. Do not miss the end, that's where the biggest slipper is hiding. I can't wait to show you my position, so let's get started with it because we have no time to waste. Alright boys, here I am on my Bitunix account. I'm gonna start sharing some of my positions that I've been taking for a very long time. Over here we have $340,000 in memecoin positions. I also have even bigger positions on other accounts on Bitcoin. But here we are, we have 100k bonk long position. We have almost 90k 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗃 long position. And we also have 55k WIF long position. These are my positions, bonk, 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛, and WIF. I think these are some of the best coins on the market. If you wanna start trading meme coins like a pro on one of the best exchanges, maybe even the best to trade memes, you have to start trading on Bitunix. There's also a link down below, just like Axiom. And I think Bitunix is one of the best for sure. Now let's go and start analyzing bonk. So if we do some proper chart analysis on bonk, I was late to the bonk party because I was too focused on other coins like Popcat, etc. and MOG. But we had a clear low here that got touched twice. So we had equal lows here. And what this means is the market maker sort of always manipulates the chart to go and touch the low for a second time. So if you miss this perfect entry and you start seeing the price come here, you start seeing a change of character on the chart, you start seeing changes, the break of the structure of the chart. Oh my gosh, it's so bullish. Be patient, just like on deck screener and with lower market cap stuff, because the market maker is going to go and destroy all these longs, wipe them out and make these equal lows. And this almost always happens. But here, higher and higher lows. And then it came for that third touch. If you check the chart, matches perfect with this previous major resistance point. Obvious entry. Sadly, I wasn't looking at the chart, so I didn't get that perfect entry. Otherwise, I would probably be up alone on bonk. I would probably be up something like 200k. Now, bonk's looking great. It's now at the end, I think, of this first dispersion. I still think the main target is going to be here, very close to this strong high. These are the levels where you should start taking profits on bonk, in my opinion, here and here. If you've entered with especially high leverage like I did, and you have, 100k plus positions in these coins. But I think the top's going to be there. There is some resistance here because this level that got touched 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, this was a previous change of character in the chart and break of structure into the downside, into this bullish fair value gap. Bullish fair value gap, by the way, just means that it's a fair value gap that you want to enter. This is a bearish fair value gap, and this is also a bearish fair value gap. That means that's the fair value gap where you want to exit. Ton of resistance here. There's a ton of resistance here. These are the places where I'm looking to exit my bonk long, but I do think bonk's going to go much, much higher. If you look in a higher time frame for hour, it all becomes more clear. We're still not there yet. We're just encountering some resistance, but this is going to continue, probably even higher. But I'm not looking to sell this high point. I'm looking to sell midway there. I'm not here to take that much risk. If we look on the daily, this is honestly just the beginning of the push. And what I'm going to do is I will be looking to enter a little bit higher for a trade that more of a long-term trade with lower leverage, maybe a little bit bigger size. But I do think bonk will be one of those coins that will be making higher highs eventually once Bitcoin goes into all-time high territory. Now let's get on to 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗃. Very similar what we were talking about with bonk. We had a very strong low here being put. Then all we saw was higher and higher and higher lows. The previous change of character here where we had major support. Once this line got broken, that's when I saw the long. That's where I entered the long. The resistance got also broken through very easily. I'm still long 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗃, by the way, and I'm gonna hold it for a little bit longer. On the 4 hour, we can see with more clarity where the next major resistance is, which is this point, which is where the next high is. And I'm looking to sell probably close to the candle here at 0.96, somewhere around here. This is where I'm looking to sell. Right now, there's going to be some resistance because we had this major resistance also matches very close to these ones. That's where the price is at right now. But I think we're going to break through it and we're going to go just slightly higher where I'm looking to take my 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗃 profit. And I'm looking to make 100k also on my 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗃 long on Bitunix. By the way, there's a link down below if you want to join Bitunix. Bitunix is an amazing exchange. I've been using it recently. I was using another exchange previously, but I think Bitunix, quite honestly, one of the best. Looking to make 150k, around 150k on bonk, looking to make 100k on 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗃, and on WIF looking to make 70 to 80k. Now let's move on to Popcat, one of my biggest positions. I don't want to say how much because this is all on chain and I want to dox my main wallet, but this is, I've been predicting Popcat is going very high. We are at a major momentum wave, big dispersion here on this momentum, and we're going to go into that fair value gap at 653. This is the second most important resistance support level, and this is going to be our bearish fair value gap. This is where I'm going to offload a little bit of PopCat, maybe wait for a pullback and then re-enter. But of course, it all depends on what Bitcoin is doing on that day. But there's really nothing to add on PopCat other than still looking amazing. And don't forget, I told you guys to enter here at the lows and told you guys this is one of those, if you want to park 100K on any coin and wait multi-months, maybe even a year, PopCat is the one. Now let's get on to one of the most important ones. Another one that's been exactly as I predicted, which is WIF. WIF was at the accumulation range. Many of you seeing my show know where you should have been buying WIF and accumulating it. Very similar to PopCat, this is one where you can park large positions and you can do it on Axiom. And I honestly think if you have, for example, 100K wallet, you should deposit that on Axiom and you should trade, for example, stuff like PopCat, like WIF, and you should be focusing on these higher market cap coins more, because you can enter 70K positions, you can enter 50K positions, for example. Look, let's look at WIF. Oh, you missed the accumulation range. Wait, you don't buy here, you don't never FOMO buy these green candles. And then I was telling people last week, this is where you buy. You wait for the retouch. Set your limit orders close to this on Axiom, and then you would be up on your 50K, 70K. You could be up something like 30% already or more, which it doesn't sound like much, but if you have 100K position, you know, who doesn't want 30K? Who doesn't want 40K? That's good money. At the end of the day, the end goal would be to sell here, this major bearish fair value gap. We're going to be 1.3 billion market cap. We zoom out a little bit, and that would be a 2.5x, 250K on your account. That's a lot of money. And eventually what I think will happen, because I'm playing WIF for the long run, is WIF's going to go and do that 7x. And this is where I'm really looking to offload at least 80% of my bag and then leave a 20% just to see how high this thing goes. But WIF's looking amazing, looking bullish. Never fade WIF. I always tell people, do not fade WIF ever. I'm also considering opening up 100K position long on Bitunix, maybe on WIF as well. Then we have 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗛𝗏. 𝗘𝗫𝗏 reached our level. You should have taken some of your profits there. I am not taking profits on 𝗘𝗫𝗏 because, like I said previously, I was buying 𝗘𝗫𝗏 here, 2 million market cap. I've already taken major profits on 𝗘𝗫𝗏. So should have you if you're following my channel, because we were the first channel to show these opportunities. Now, if you were entering here, and there's a video of me on Twitter right now that's exploding where the price was here, and I was telling everyone you should buy and then exit some profits at 30 and 34. So you should exit some profits. Follow me on X, because I'm going to repost that post that all the people on 𝗘𝗫𝗏 are like, oh my gosh, this guy is Nostradamus or something. I'm not. It's just TA, basic TA on meme coins. Where I'm looking to sell though is 50 million market cap. I'm not even going to put fib lines because I think 50 million is an obvious level where 𝗘𝗫𝗏 is almost surely going to go. I think the probabilities of 𝗘𝗫𝗏 going there are like 80%. 20% chances it's not. 20% chance is we do something like a cup and handle. We come back to this 23 million market cap level. If you have no 𝗘𝗫𝗏, pray for this eventuality. I think there's only 20% chance of happening. 80% chance it just goes straight to 50 million market cap. But if you have no 𝗘𝗫𝗏, never buy green candles. Wait at least for a cup and handle pattern to form. On to the next house coin. House coin, we got a perfect entry here. It came and it touched very close to our 39 million market cap level. Again, massive tap on my back. I told you guys, this is the level between 39, 32. But you have to see things in context. If Bitcoin starts pumping from yesterday, of course, you're not going to wait for it to come to 32. Maybe 39 is something where you can be happy with. Some of my limit orders I know got touched. I'm not even going to sell it here. I'm just going to wait for new all-time highs. Simply because the market is way too bullish. Unless things change, I'm eyeing everything to go a little bit higher. Obviously, the next level, the most obvious next level for house coin is going to be 200 million market cap. I don't think I even need to put fib lines on this. Simply because 200 million market cap level is the same as the 2 million market cap level, is the same as the 100 million market cap level, is the same as the 1 million market cap level. These are round numbers. Mentally speaking, this is where people offload. And what we can see is entire thing, we can start seeing it as wave 1. This entire thing, we can start seeing it at wave 2. And then wave 3 is not going to be as big as wave 2. So it should pop at 200 million market cap possible. Now on to the next. MOG, another one that I nailed. Perfect lows, bam, and MOG just exploded from yesterday. I told you guys yesterday to get onto MOG. Every single one of you would be massively up. The resistance was nothing. It got broken through like butter. It's time to put on the MOG Viper glasses. Elon Musk has the MOG glasses on. All these influencers are now showing MOG. MOG is back. MOG is, quite honestly, other than Pepe, MOG is the only thing that you should buy on chain on ETH to be completely completely honest, it's the best meme coin on ETH. It's carrying basically all of ETH. There's nothing to add. It's going straight to our level, 480 million market cap. I'm not looking to sell under these bullish conditions here. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for it to come closer to all-time highs. Many people are going to be surprised by how high and strong the mock community is going to shield this and send it. Not me, because I know the mocksters way before this entire move. I was here at 9 million market cap with the mocksters like almost 2 years ago. I'm not going to be surprised when this thing just absolutely rips. Now on to the next one, Fartcoin. Look, another TA line that hit perfectly. We have this major support. The market's so bullish, it didn't even come to test this major trend line, acted as resistance and then turned into support. And so that's how bullish Fartcoin is. We just had this fake out. The market makers shook everyone out, but they decided to pump it again because it's just too bullish. I think Fartcoin is going to compete with Bonk and 𝗵𝗏 for leadership in the meme coin market, possibly even MOG, depending on how high MOG goes. Look, MOG's going to that 12 million liquidity pool. MOG can double and have an even bigger liquidity pool than Fartcoin. Right now, I think Fartcoin is still leading with 𝗵𝗏 and Bonk. These are the three most important meme coins, I would say, as of now. And right after, I would say MOG and PopCap. When it comes to Fartcoin, it's always important to track it because it was the first mover on the meme coin market. All the normies love it, and it's still pumping. It's still on its way to that 1.5 major fib extension, and also previous resistance, and also bearish fair value gap. You can trade it, of course, on Axiom. There's a link down below. You should join Axiom. And I'm pretty sure you can also enter longs on Fartcoin on Bitunix, which is my preferred exchange for trading memes and trading literally anything, also Bitcoin with size. And there's also a link down below. So if you want to trade size, you know, like 200k positions, 300k positions, I would probably use Bitunix. Then we have 𝗍𝗏. 𝗍𝗏, sadly, it gave us a pullback. I know those two guys, one of them is teasing me in my DM saying, look, you told us it was going to pull back, but you didn't enter. I did. Great for you guys. There's a guy that watches my show that entered there. I didn't. I was waiting for it to pull back deeper, but Bitcoin is not going to give us perfect entries. I'm just going to wait another day or two and see if it retouches this major resistance support level. If it does, that's my entry on 𝗍𝗏. 𝗍𝗏 is sort of like lagging to AI16Z and AIXPT, and so I think it's a better trade than them right now. On to the next. Finally, Qiz giving us signs. Look here. I was almost giving up, but I didn't. And I think now Qiz can come and give us a 12x. That's what I think. I think it's going to give us a 12x. I'm just waiting on my Qiz. Okay, Qiz guys, be patient on Qiz. On to the next. 𝗘𝗏, another one that's in a similar position to Qiz. I was almost giving up. On this green day, I said, if it doesn't pump the next day, I'm out. And then bam, we had yesterday, finally 𝗘𝗏 proving to us that it's not a piece of shit and that it can actually do quite well. And I'm just waiting for it. Look at this major support and resistance level. This is going to be the bearish fair value gap at 21 million market cap. And then the next bearish fair value gap, which is the one I'm trying to hit, is that 40 million market cap level. New all-time high, especially if the candle close is higher than these wicks. And I'm trying to grab like a solid 3-4x on my 𝗘𝗏. This is a legit project. I think it's going to go there. Another one that I almost got is Dino. I didn't enter, but I told you guys this is the level. If you zoom in more on the chart, you can see it perfectly why. I drew this other line here, which also matches some previous price action below. It came in and touched twice. It's so bullish that it didn't give us, it only gave us that 7 million market cap range. To me, this is not good enough, but I told you guys, if you're looking to enter Dino on base, this is the level where you should enter. And it bounced off of there perfectly. You could be on a 6 million market cap liquidity coin, could be up 40, which is not bad. A good exit is probably 16 million market cap, I think. Or if you want to sell at 15 million, it would be good. Here's what I'm waiting for, and this is why I didn't enter. Waiting it to push a little bit higher, then pull back into this level. That's where I feel safe. That's where my TA makes more sense. That's what I'm waiting for on Dino. So I hope you caught this low. This is a very dangerous scalp. I would sell it here, to be honest, and I'm gonna wait for higher and then lower. And now finally, the secret gem, Pulse Chain. When Pulse Chain breaks through this resistance, which was major support all throughout 2023, 2024, okay, 2 years of support. Once this gets broken, I think it's Valhalla time, and I think Pulse Chain, the rocket, will go straight to a billion market cap. There's a reason why I'm telling you guys about Pulse Chain. Richard Hart did a video yesterday on his YouTube. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏, which is a massive whale with connections with VCs that put something like $20 million into Pulse Chain. That guy is very smart. You should see his Lamborghini SVJ, green, beautiful Lamborghini. This guy is pushing Pulse Chain, investing in the community. And not just him, there's other people there that are very wealthy. There's also a lot of people in Dubai that have Pulse Chain and are very wealthy. Listen, this is the most important warning of this entire show. Do not fade Richard Hart. Do not. This is the only guy that can compete with this entire meme coin market. Pulse Chain can become as big as XRP. Pulse Chain can become as big as ADA. Pulse Chain can become as big as any of these other communities. There I say, Pulse Chain can become as big as ETH. There, I said it. Here's what you do. You go on your Rabbi wallet, network name Pulse Chain, RPC, copy this RPC, chain ID, be the currency symbol, blah, blah, blah. Add this chain to your Rabbi wallet. Just grab some pulse chain, okay, guys? Because if there's something that can pull a 10,000x, if there's someone that can do a 10,000x again, just like he did with Hex, that's 𝗘𝗫𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏. He is the man. He was right. We Hexicans were right. I told everyone that on Banter, there's an entire thing I wrote after reading the entire SEC documents explaining why Richard would win and how he would win. And it was exactly how he would win. They have no jurisdiction. They have literally nothing. All the addresses were wrong. We won. I'm a 5555 Hexican. That's right. I have very big stake there because I believe in Richard Hart. And I think he's one of the smartest, top 3 smartest founders in this space. There's a reason why he won. Mashinsky lost. There's a reason why 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 the scammer lost, because he's a legit scammer who built like a real discussing Ponzi. There's a reason why all these other guys lost. If you listen to Richard Hart life cycle, you knew Luna was going to collapse. You knew Mashinsky was going to collapse. You knew like all of these things should have not been a surprise to you if you studied Richard Hart. Anyway, enough with my pulse chain Hex Richard Hart rant. He's the guy, and I will be supporting this community all throughout this bull market because I want you guys to make money. And so this was the show. I hope to see you guys tomorrow with bigger positions, with better trades on Bitunix, on Axiom. All the links are down below. Sign up, and eventually through Bitunix and also Axiom, you'll be able to join my private group, which is going to be free, but only for my ref links, only for my traders. And see you guys tomorrow.